Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to Bringing Division video. What if I guess today are the top 5 best exotic weapons for patch 1.8. If you guys didn't know, there's a lot of changes happening in 1.8 with the weapons. Some of them are getting nerfed, some of them are getting buffed, and I wanted to make a video talking about the best exotic weapons in my opinion. I've been testing them out on the PTS, been using them with the same build, same firearms and everything like that. The only thing I did change was obviously the weapon and some of the gear rolls like on the gloves and stuff like that. But besides that, everything has been the same. I've been testing them out and I wanted to share them with you guys. I know a lot of people are going to be grinding for exotics again since the buffs and stuff like that, so I wanted to make this video so you guys can refer back to it and kind of use it as a guide for what weapons to grind for first. So if you guys do enjoy this video or find it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's get right into this. Now, as I mentioned before, a lot of weapons are receiving a buff and nerf. For example, the MP7, MP5, and M4 are all receiving a nerf, and some other weapons are getting a buff as well. If you guys want to see more details about that, check out the video in the description below. I talked about it a little bit more in detail. Anyways, getting back to the video, so we're going to start off at number 5 spot, make this video a little bit more interesting. So at the number 5 spot, what I have is the Showstopper. The Showstopper is receiving a 32% damage increase, which in my opinion is going to be insane. I tested this weapon out a lot for PvE on the PTS, and let me tell you guys something, it absolutely melts. Right now, as you guys can see, I'm sitting at 7,867 firearms, and I tested all these weapons with the same amount of firearms, and this weapon right here was absolutely destroying things in PvE. I do understand, you know, it's NPCs, it's not really that big of a deal, but even for PvP, I think I only got like 2 or 3 kills in the Dark Zone with it. But right away you could tell the difference. It's much stronger and it's a little bit, you know, more efficient to use, and it doesn't take as many bullets to kill someone. But with 7,800 firearms, you max out at 96.4k base damage. And keep in mind, this base damage is maxed out for this amount of firearms. I did go in the optimization station and I did optimize all the different weapons for the base damage. So you guys can get like a general idea of what the firearms and what the base damage is going to be. But like I said, the Showstopper is my number 5th pick, and I honestly think this is going to be a really good shotgun for patch 1.8 when the update officially comes out. Up next, we do have the Big Alejandro. Now this is the new exotic LMG that's coming out with this patch. Unfortunately, this weapon already received a nerf, I think a base damage nerf, and also a little bit more recoil from week 1 of the PTS. But in my opinion, this weapon is still very good for PvP or PvE. What makes it so strong and what makes it so good, even if the base damage isn't as high as it used to, is the rate of fire. This weapon comes with 1,000 rate of fire, and this is without like a rate of fire magazine or anything like that. And you also get 112, 113 bullets in its magazine if you get the extended magazine. So in theory, if you're going on a 1-on-1 with someone in the Dark Zone or even Last Stand, you should 9 out of 10 times win the gunfight if if your build is okay, because you have 100 and something bullets, they're going to have to reload and stuff like that, and you're shooting your bullets extremely fast, and that's what makes this weapon very good. And also what makes it really good is for PvE or PvP is the exotic talent. What it's called the cover shooter, and pretty much what it does is whenever you're in cover and you're shooting your gun, it's going to increase the weapon damage by 50% or up to 50%. The longer you shoot it. So if your playstyle is kind of a cover to cover player and you utilize your cover a lot, this is a weapon you definitely want to grind for. In the number 3 slot, we do have the FAMAS or the Bullfrog. Now this is a exotic weapon that did not receive a buff or a nerf in patch 1.8. It pretty much stayed the same, but the only reason I'm putting it in the number 3 spot is because of its recoil and how inaccurate this weapon is. I don't know, maybe for PC, this weapon's a little bit easier to handle, but on consoles, I can tell you guys firsthand, it's really annoying to use and a little bit hard to even land your shots from a medium to long range. The one thing you really have to do whenever making a build with this weapon is use Striker, like 2 pieces of Striker or 1 Striker and a Ninja Bike backpack. Unfortunately, you cannot put stability mods on the weapon because you're going to be losing out on the damage from the exotic talent. So it kind of minimizes you what kind of build you can make with this gun, since you have to use Striker, at least for consoles, to keep the recoil under control. As for the quick stats, it does come with 23.2k base damage at 7,800 firearms, and once again, this is maxed out. It also has 900 RPM and 30 bullets in its magazine, which is pretty good. For PvE, it's probably not the best choice, but for PvP, this weapon absolutely melts if you can hit your shots very well. For the number 2 spot, we have the House or the new exotic SMG, and this is something that I've been using a lot for PvP, especially in the Dark Zone. On the PTS, I absolutely love this SMG, and I think it's really good, especially with the MP7 and MP5 getting both nerfed in patch 1.8. It's not, a big nerf, but it's something where a lot of different SMGs can come and play and kind of replace that role of being a secondary or a main SMG. And I feel like the House is one of those weapons. What makes it really good is the exotic talent. What it's called the card counter, and this is something really interesting, but what it does is one half of the magazine does 25% increased damage. The half which deals increased damage flips after 15 seconds or whenever the magazine is empty. So pretty much in a kind of more simple explanation, you're going to be doing 25% more damage halfway through the magazine. The other half is just normal damage, which isn't really that bad. But like I said, this SMG, it maxes out at 23.2k base damage at 7800 firearms. And in my opinion, it's really good. It comes with like 66 bullets when you have a really good size magazine on it. And it's really easy to control. There's not a lot of recoil. And overall, I feel like this is a really good SMG that everyone should try out in patch 1.8. Last but not least, in the number 1 spot, we do have the MDR. Now, the MDR did not receive a nerf or a buff in 1.8, but it's still very good. Especially in PvE, this is more of a PvE weapon I would recommend using. You could definitely use it in PvP, don't get me wrong. I see a lot of players, especially on PC, dominating with the MDR. But if you are looking to get the full power out of this weapon, I would recommend making like a Firecrest build or something for PvE that's just pretty much going to shred enemies. And even for PvP, you can make a turret build with, Alpha Bridge or something, and this will be a very good weapon. And also with like the M4 getting nerfed, I feel like there's going to be different opportunities once again for weapons to come in and replace that and kind of be, reliable and usable in PvP. And I feel like the MDR, if you have good aim with it and you're used to using the weapon, you can definitely dominate very easily. Anyways, that is pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys disagree or agree with my picks. Also, let me know what other exotic weapons you think are going to be very good. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.